What's up? What's up? What's up, PEV fam? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you to death about all the things that other PEV influencers try to tell you. I'm just going to give you my experience on what's happening right now in my PEV world, as well as try to encourage you to look at things that's happening so that you don't make rational decisions about the PEV that you choose to ride. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for all the individuals that continue to like my videos and that continue to support, what I'm doing here on my YouTube channel. To be honest, I don't do it just for individuals to follow me, and I don't do it for likes, and I don't do it for money because I'm not being paid anything to do this. As I've stated in many of my other videos, my PEV experience is simply for therapeutic purposes, and I do this because it's something that I enjoy doing. And right now on this video, I'm just jamming out to my Bluetooth speaker. In another world and in another place, I could let you hear the music that I'm playing. And if you're following my Facebook page, North Carolina Scooter Riders, you will probably hear some of the music that I was playing on this ride. However, I'm not even going to get into all the YouTube strike stuff and all of that copyright infringement stuff. But I'll just say that, I've been on an amazing journey with my scooter riding experience. And one of the things that I've learned more than anything is that, some of the things that you hear other influencers say, you have your wrong way, you have your ginger on wheels, you have all of these different influencers that try to tell you things, but what you don't realize in the background is that a lot of these individuals, they are actually telling you these things because they are getting promotional kickbacks from the videos that they produced. On my channel, which is richprorider@gmail.com or John Richardson, whichever name you find associated with my videos, you'll see that there are so many commercials that span on almost all of my videos. But you know what? I don't get paid for those commercials. And I don't have no problems with it because I'm not on YouTube to make money. But what I do have a problem with is that when so many people get caught up in what other influencers say, influencers who get free kickbacks, who are joined up with affiliate programs that allow them to make money from your feedback to their channel and your subscriptions to their channel. And I'm not knocking any of those guys for the content that they put out and that they create for PEVs. But the only thing that I'm just stating is that, what you see is not always what you get when it comes to the content that you subscribe to on these YouTube channels. I'm here because I love this life. I love being able to get out on my PEV and just explore unknown places, enjoy the moment while I'm in it, and not be stressed about anything else that is happening in the world. And as I'm sure you know, there's so much to be stressed about that's happening in the world right now. But John Q, here in North Carolina, on my Carolina country back roads, I'm not stressed about shit. And that's just my, take on the whole, the whole schematics of everything that's happening in the world around us right now. But on the Dualtron X2, and hey, you know what? Dualtron should be paying me for everything that I do. And right now I should be the recipient of an X Limited because I've been putting out crazy content on the X2. And I don't do it because I want kickbacks from anybody, but I do it because I love this. And, I love this life. I'm a person with PTSD, and some of the things that I experienced in my life, I'm not even going to sit here and try to explain. But I know that when I'm out on my electric scooter and I'm enjoying these country back roads and I'm just riding freely, there's nothing that compares to it. I mean, absolutely nothing. And one of the things that I love to do whenever whenever I do videos like this is talk back to you guys who are consumers, who are out there buying electric scooters. Uh, the game has changed. There's so many things in the market right now that's like, it's crazy. I mean, you're buying scooters that have inferior material that they're made out of, and you're doing things with it because you see these other influencers doing the same things with it, like riding down steps with EUCs, or you know, or picking a scooter up in the air to ride it on one wheel like it's a motorcycle or something. All of those things that you're doing, these machines aren't made to do those things. Um, Electric scooters are not made of quality products. They're not made of quality material that can withstand jumping off curbs and all these other things that you see other influencers trying to tell you that, oh, it's fun to do these things with these machines. No, they're not. In actuality, it's sad that, the United States has reduced to a state where we no longer have manufacturers that produce our own products, and that we no longer have a sufficient amount of engineers that come up with creative ideas to make PEVs or anything of that nature. We have had bureaucracy that has literally outsourced all of our manufacturing. And now we are at the whims of foreign countries to produce products that are inferior to the United States standards. Point blank. I mean, and I'm not a person that is here to speak down about other countries and the products they produce, but I'm just simply stating the fact. And we are here, but hey, you know what? I enjoy riding my electric scooter. Even though the lithium-ion batteries that propel these machines are not manufactured here in the U.S. But one of the things that I do try to emphasize is that, hey, there are other manufacturers that exist in this country, the United States of America, so that we don't have to be dependent upon products that come out of other countries that are inferior. We have electric motorcycles and other devices that are just like amazing. I mean, we have Energica. No, they're not an American company. You have other, you have other like Livewire. No, they're not an American country that makes these material. But guess what? They are makers of machines that are manufactured here in the United States of America. And that's a big difference. There used to be a quality that was always inscribed to products that were made in the USA. And when that stamp of approval was there, you knew that you would get a warranty, and you knew that you would get various things that would demonstrate a quality product. But we're not there right now. Right now, where we are dependent upon products that we don't have a warranty on. We're dependent upon products that you might end up even getting injured on and end up going to the hospital on and not even receiving a warranty for, because we are in the hands of manufacturers who I'm not even sure care about the United States of America and its consumers. So when you see influencers like YouTube influencers or Facebook influencers or whatever social media influencer who is constantly promoting these products from other places, you should be leery about them. I mean, you should be leery about them because they are trying to sell you on something that doesn't give you a quality warranty that you will be safe when you get on it and ride it. That's just my intake. And there's so many other things that I want to say, But before I go into all of that, I just want to reiterate that, I ride for therapeutic purposes. And the therapeutic purposes reaches a deadline whenever you start talking about stuff like what other countries are doing that damages the PEV community and the quality of the products that you ride. Right now I'm at that phase where I am almost done with electric scooters, hyper electric scooters, like the one you see me on right now, the Dualtron X2. Yeah, I looked at the X Limited, and I looked at all the specs of the X Limited. I looked at all the reviews of the X Limited. Old man Dan, he dropped a nice bomb on all the things, the features that are involved in the X Limited. But you know what? I'm not going to get the X Limited. And right now my sole investment is in the Rion Thrust. And I'm banking all of my I'm putting all my eggs in the basket that Gal is going to deliver on the Rion Thrust, and that I'll get it, and it will be my very last hyper scooter, because it is the ultimate in technology when it comes to everything that's offered on the market right now. You might say something about WePad, but you know what? WePad is not proven to be the ultimate in the technology experience for riding PEVs, because I've yet to see anybody in the U.S. Give me a credible review that shows that these things are reliable and that their controllers can withstand the power output that they produce. So I'm not even going to bank on WePad or any of other brand right now, because no one else is really stepping into the arena of Rion Motors and what Rion Motors is seeking to provide when it comes to the quality of the Tronic controllers, when it comes to the output of those controllers. And I'm not a person that is just a fanboy of Rion Motors. I'm a person that seeks the ultimate experience in PEVs when it comes to hyper scooters. I mean, you got your UEC enthusiasts, your EUC enthusiasts out there who enjoy riding the one wheel and all of that, but I'm not that guy. I'm a 52-year-old guy who loves riding hyper scooters, and the experience that I get from riding in hyper scooters, and the low key identity that comes with riding hyper scooters. What I mean by low key is that you can ride a hyper scooter at low speeds to evade any attention from individuals who would want to impose regulations upon your freedom to ride, or you can ride it at a hyper speed when you're on these long country back roads like you see me on right here in this video, and not have to worry about issues of individuals bothering you or harassing you or saying, well, you need to have this type of regulation or that type of regulation. So my point is that I'm at a point in my PEV experience where I'm tired of all the BS. I'm tired of all the nonsense, all the hoopla surrounding these other influencers that simply try to tell you things about the PEV that you're riding based on their short and limited experience with riding that PEV. I'm talking about individuals who get all of these free amenities to share with you about a particular new brand of PEV, but yet they don't own it, and yet they can't tell you the long-term experience of riding that PEV. There are things that we all should be aware of, and there should be things that we should all say, well, this is a red flag, because this individual is just telling me a short synopsis of what this PEV actually is capable of. I mean, I don't care what type of PEV it is, whether it's a electric scooter or a EUC or a skateboard, you name it, or an electric bike, you name it. But we shouldn't always bank our trust in what they say to us as being the true reality that we will experience if we own that PEV. That's just my point. So, that being said, I just want to say that, I enjoy this experience. Thank you guys for coming along for the ride. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for always being there and saying, you know what? This guy right here, he is putting out some great content. That means a lot to me. I'm not in it for that validation. I'm in it because I truly ride because it's therapeutic. There's nothing in this world like experiencing PTSD and then having to deal with all of the nuances that come in your day-to-day life, but then getting on a PEV and having to be able to just unload those experiences on every ride. I mean, there is highs and there is lows that I experience. There are times when my adrenaline flows to a point where I'm like, man, this shit is fucking out of this world. Excuse my language, but it's something that moves me to an emotional level where I know that this is totally therapeutic for me, and I've saved so much money because I didn't have to go to, individuals to sit down and just tell me what I needed or what I don't need in order to cope with some of the experiences that I've had in my life. I love this life, and I think that anybody who enjoys living their life to the fullest should enjoy doing the things that they love the most without input from anybody else. And that's what I do when I'm out riding, and that's the experience that I have. I could go on and on and on about what I see happening into the PEV world, but you know what? When I do that, it crosses the barrier of allowing my experience with riding my electric scooter to be a therapeutic experience. And what I mean by it crosses the barrier is because then I find myself getting caught up in all the politics of it all. And I don't even like to say the word politics because it seems like a dirty word. It's a dirty word because of things that are happening in the world around us today. But one of the things that I can escape every single time that I'm riding my electric scooter is that word. Because when I'm out in my zone, in my element, doing my thing and loving the thing that I do, is that I'm just free. I don't have to worry about those things. I can unleash all of my fears, all of my worries, all of my frustrations. And in that moment, I don't even have to be a part of those things. And even though it's always a back to reality scenario where you end up having to say, well, you know what? Back to reality. Now life is right back here with me again. One thing I can say is that I had a moment of freedom. I had a moment of release. I had a moment where none of those things that are happening in the world could touch me because I was riding free, on the wings of my electric scooter experience or my hyper electric scooter experience. So, I just wanted to come and chat with you guys and share my thoughts about everything that be going on in my head when I'm out on the road riding. And I don't do this because I want anybody to pay me anything. I don't do this because I'm trying to advertise or be an affiliate for some kind of kickback, But that's basically what you always get from these other influencers who are always filling your head with bullshit that it's not 100% true about some of the experiences that they have with the electric scooters that they have or the PEVs that they have or that they're reviewing. And I'm getting to a point where, you know, I'm about to unsubscribe from a lot of individuals that just feed me that BS. And you know, and stick to the guys that are trying to make their way into the PEV world by sharing their experience from a genuine level. I'm talking about individuals who ride unbranded, no name brand type of PEVs, but they enjoy their experience and they just want to share their experience. That's who I am. I'm not an individual who's going to sit here and try to put one brand over another and all of these technical details about the brand and blah blah blah. You know, uh, and I get tired of that. I'm tired of that. So you know, I enjoyed your videos while I watched them. Adam, I think his name is Adam from Wrong Way or Ginger on Wheels or Electrica or all these other different places. But you know what? You know, my time with all of that experience, you know, it's basically coming to an end. And hey, for all the individuals who share my experience or who feel what I'm talking about right now, you know, I welcome you to come and subscribe to my channel. My channel is, I think it's Rich Pro Writer or John Richardson, because it's just my basic name. I don't have no brand or anything like that. And then I'm on, you know, I'm on Instagram as Rich Pro Writer. My Facebook handle for the group that I created was North Carolina Scooter Riders or something like that. And then I'm on Reddit as well as Rich Pro Writer. So hey, you know, if you're feeling what I'm talking about right now, hey, just hit me up there, and we can kick it. And I always try to communicate back with the individuals that are genuine with me. You know, that's my thing. I ain't got time for all of this nonsense when it comes to individuals trying to promote brands and get paid for doing it, and hit you up with all of these affiliate links. You know, I promote it for free. So many different, you know, scooters. The Wolf Warrior, when I first got it, you know, I was pumping it, and people jumped on the bandwagon and they bought Wolf Warriors. But do you think that the individuals who sold the Wolf Warriors got back at me and gave me any feedback or gave me any recognition for the promotion of the brand? No, they didn't. Same thing with the Dualtron X2. I've been pumping and promoting the Dualtron X2 from day one because it is a solidly built scooter and it is a reliable scooter. But do you think that I've gotten any kickbacks or any endorsements or any, you know, recognition for that? No, I haven't. I haven't looked for it, and I don't expect it. But at the same time, you know, that kind of shows you that, you know, these companies, they put their profits over consumers every time. So I'm just sharing all of that with you to let you know that, you know, hey, I'm not here to fill your head with a bunch of BS about my experience with riding electric scooters, etc., so that you can buy them and I can get some kind of payment for it. No, you know, I'm just simply here to share with you my experience so that you can get the best out of what experience you choose. You don't even have to buy the brands that I buy. And that's just my input. So this was an amazing ride, guys, and thank you for joining along with me. If you're still here, you know, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm not getting paid for it, but I'm here to just give you my input on my experience in the PEV world. You know, that's the point. That's the bottom line for me. And you know, you can find me on Facebook at North Carolina Scooter Riders. You can find me on Reddit at Rich Pro Writer. You can find me on Instagram at Rich Pro Writer. And I enjoy doing this because it's an experience that's unlike any other. So, you know, hit me up. You know, hit me up on DMs on Facebook, and I'll respond back to you. I mean, I kick it with everybody, and I'm not here to, you know, sell you a whole bunch of BS about something that I know nothing about. I only tell you what I know and experience for myself. As riding the Dualtron X2, I have the Wolf Warrior, and I'm also looking to be a recipient of the Rion Thrust soon. And I know there's a lot of trash talking about, you know, the long wait for the Rion Thrust and all of that, but you know what, you know, I hope to put a whole lot of that to bed. I'm not gonna go into no more details about that, but that's that, you know. And here, if you want to see some more of the exclusive content with why I'm dancing and I'm doing all these crazy things here at the end of my video, you know, you can hit me up on North Carolina Scooter Riders, and I'd be glad to DM you the raw footage of this whole joint. You know, thank you guys for watching, and you know, hey, you know, hit that like button if you like what you see, and if this is content you can feel, you know, just subscribe. I'll holler back at you. Peace out.
Enjoying every moment of every ride. Peace out.